Look, if you've truly been saved, you're going to know it down inside. And this knowledge that you know it is going to produce their emotions. Listen to this man's faulty. Listen to this man's false conversion.
So one of the memories that I have is quite vivid, actually, is I remember sitting on, I had a bunk bed that I slept on the bottom of, and I remember sitting up on the bed crying, and I was like 5 or 6, like somewhere in there, and my mother came in and said, like, you know, what's wrong, and I said, well,
Moose!
I prayed to ask Jesus into my heart, you know, like, forgive my sins, but I'm not sure that I did it right, and I don't want to go to hell, so I asked him in my heart, like, all the times, just to make sure. And I remember having this conversation with my mother, and then later with my grandfather about, you know, like, if you truly meant it, hey, you're saved, and, you know, Jesus is coming here, the Holy Spirit's come in, and Jesus has saved you, and your sins have been forgiven. But I mean, like, so, like I at that age, I understood.
No. That's bad advice, Kiwasabi. If you don't know it, chances are you didn't get it. It's not just an emotional experience. Because there have been shitloads of y'all, former, diehard, on-fire Christians for Jesus, who deconverted because your religious experience, your salvation experience was an emotional one. Deeply emotional, yes, but it did not touch the spirit. How do you know when it touches the spirit? You know as if by intuition. Like you know not to get on the jet. You don't know why you shouldn't get on the jet, but you don't get on the jet and it goes down, crashes 5 minutes after it takes off, and you're so thankful to God you didn't get on that jet because everything told you, all the circumstances told you, I gotta get on that jet to get home, but something inside, deep inside, your intuition told you not to, and you listened to your intuition, and plane crash, you would have died. If you do not know that you're saved like that, you're probably, chances are you're not saved. And what do you do in such circumstances? I went through the same thing for decades. I asked Jesus to save me thousands of times since I was 12 years old. Finally, I had to wrestle. I had to be willing to give up what I love most in that jail cell in either late October or early November 2014. I finally felt myself giving Jesus what I had held back all my so-called Christian life. And I never had to ask Jesus to save me again, like I did before. I know it. I knew all those years before that something's not right. No matter how many times I asked you to save me, and emotionally felt maybe he was there. Until you know that you know, in your spirit, in your intuition, you're never gonna make it. You get at best you get a conversion experience, quote unquote, that you'll deconvert from. When the doubts come, when the times get hard, when persecution comes, move your slant-eyed horror. Because your faith is not spiritual. Your faith is... Now, how do you get saved like that? That's what bothers me about God. I don't fucking know. I just know what I did. It was hard. Getting saved, I would not wish getting saved on anybody. It's hard, but once you do it, whew, you're so... Dang, praise God. Getting saved is the hardest thing to do. It took me 30 years. But Jesus, all you really do, why did you come to everybody that comes to you? Why did you not come to this boy when he was 5 years old? Was it something he didn't know? He was not I just unpercent the fuck. Why, Jesus? Why? Why? I'm doubting Jesus, but I'm sticking with Jesus.
Give you another illustration. It's been very helpful to many people.
Come on, you slut-eyed slut.
It doesn't always happen this way. Sometimes I have preached and people have come and talked to me for no fewer than a few minutes. I've even had people come down the aisle crying out, "What must I do to be saved?" Cry out to the Lord and be saved. But that's not the way it happens always. I remember preaching up north one time and a girl came forward and she says, "I need to be broken, so I need to be saved." And I knew something of her case. I knew her father well. And I said, "But how many times have you been saved? How many times have you prayed that prayer?" She said, 6. And I said, "It didn't do any good, did it?" She said, "No. My life is vile and sinful and I'm empty and lost." And I said, "Well, there's no sense then in us repeating that same mistake, is there?" She said, "No." She said, "What do I do?" I said, "Go home. Just go home. And cry out to God as though hell were opening up its mouth to swallow you down. Cry out to God that He might save you." She came the next night. She looked just tore up, just totally broken. And she said, "I cried out to God all night and He did not answer me. And I fell asleep. And I woke up this morning and I'm just in such distress. I don't know what to do." She says, "What do I do?" I said, "You have 2 options. Most of you will think this is cruel." I said, "You have 2 options. Stop crying out to God and go to hell. Or continue crying out to God till He saves you." She went home. The next night I was there with her father and we were talking about these things and he was excited. Most fathers would have been mad. But he was excited about what God was doing in his daughter's life and the way that it was handled and everything. And we were up there weeping and the old man was crying out for his daughter. And then the music started. He went and sat back down. And I took my seat up there in the front and I was sitting there. I was still crying out for this lady. And all of a sudden someone plopped down beside me. I opened my eyes and looked and it was her.
I see a dick in your future. I see a dick.
She goes, "If every person in the world got together and told me right now I was lost, I would still have the greatest of confidence that my God has heard my voice and He has saved me." I said, "What happened?" She said, "I cried out all night and I fell asleep in just total distress and I didn't know what to do. And I woke up the next morning and as soon as my eyes just flew open, she said, God pressed upon my heart, I have saved thee, daughter." And she said, the love of God was shed abroad in my heart.
Fuck his home. Some
of you old people will remember preaching like that from a long time ago. But we've turned it